Hey, all you rSpace peeps. In this episode, we've got a couple heartbreaking stories. So let's jump right in and see what happened, shall we? First up, I, 28 male, found my girlfriend, 27 female, cheating on me the night I was going to propose. I don't even know where to begin. So, we had been dating for the past 3.5 years now, met in college and reconnected and later dated. Last Friday, I had been working late the whole week since the industry I work in is hitting busy season. But tonight, I worked extra hard to get out by 6:30 or so to propose. I had been debating on when to propose and thought that last night was the best time since I honestly just couldn't wait until after the busy season. So, I left out of the office once I got out. Lucky me was first phase back in the office and picked up my takeout order from the nicest restaurant in town. I even had rented Tenet to watch later that night after dinner and my proposal. So, I pull into the parking garage and head in. When it was time to unlock the door, I heard some nice music playing and thought that she might have been planning some surprise sexy time. I walk in, sit the takeout bags on the counter, and head to open the door. I open it to see some guy, an ex, so she claims, to be pleasuring, in safe for work terms, my girlfriend. At this point, I didn't even know what to think. I figured today was going to be a normal day of being overworked for 65 hours a week at work and then coming home to surprise her. To be honest, I really don't remember what I said or did. I only remember her repeating, oh my god, you weren't supposed to be back. I'm so blah blah blah. Next thing I know, I'm in my car driving over to my work partner's place and just chilling with him and his dog, crying for hours, telling him my elaborate stay-at-home proposal idea. He's been letting me crash on his couch all weekend until I recently just went back. To that point, she had been spamming my phone all weekend to the point I just texted one thing, you need to be gone by Monday, then proceeded to block her number. This was harsh, even for me, but I have absolutely zero tolerance for cheaters. I'm hurt. I feel like I've wasted nearly 4 years with this girl, all for it to end like this. So I was done. I'm back in my place. She's been knocking on my door just asking to talk, which I refused to do. She's had our mutual friends to try and talk me into talking to her, which I have also refused. Crazy thing is, I just shelled much of my savings on this ring. Now I don't even know what to do with it. My lease ends soon, so I might just leave and apply to some jobs in another city. I just can't take this emotional baggage anymore. That's pretty bad. Let's see what the community does to help him turn his life around. Return the ring. Most places will allow you to do so for situations like this. Use that money and move. Studies have shown that by removing yourself from the situation makes the chance of falling down the same rabbit hole with her even less. It's like cigarettes. You gotta cut it out cold turkey. Please don't move so far away from your support system though. Friends and family, you're going to need them during a time like this. Stick close enough to have your support come help you when necessary, but far enough where your ex can't randomly run into you. Best of luck. The OP says, thanks. This is what I've been planning on doing. I've got lots to think about in the next few months. Should I even speak to her again? I don't know why, but I feel almost guilty for shutting her out of my life when we dedicated so much time together. Hoax Pudding Cup thinks, she didn't seem to have a problem cheating on you, so don't have a problem shutting her out. I hate to be this person, but this probably wasn't the first time cheating on you. You don't just hit up an ex, say you want to screw, and then screw. There's some communication, texts, messages. There's a build before you go physical cheating. I'm sorry, man. Drop her. Don't be friends. Go get your life back. Swoon30 agrees. Yeah, and I don't think she'd bring him home straight away either. She got cocky with it, thinking she could get away with it. Unti Pequeño Juega says, if there's one thing in life I have a complete zero tolerance policy for, it's cheating. The most fundamental thing in any relationship is trust. And once that is broken, it cannot be the same. I know because I've tried to forgive and go back, only to slowly go insane and hurt so much more in the long run. Alright, you thought that story was bad. Wait till you hear the story title for the next one. Devastated. That's it. Let's see how bad. On January 2nd, I found my wife has been having an affair for the past 8 months. I was utterly devastated, and still am. We have been together for the past 7 years and married for the past 3. My entire life was upended in a matter of seconds. My sense of safety and security in life, losing my best friend, and any confidence I had in myself. Being on the receiving end of an affair changes your body's physiology. I am in a constant state of hyperarousal that is numbered out only slightly by utter exhaustion that follows. One of the most hurtful things is her lack of remorse and callousness. I'm only being able to hypothesize as to why she's having that reaction, but I suspect that it is a character flaw and she is incapable of empathy towards others. Learning that your partner started playing by a different set of rules, but you are still playing by the ones that you agreed to on your wedding day, is the worst kind of betrayal and hurt someone can experience. At this point, I'm continually reminding my body and my mind that I am safe and I don't need to rehearse my anger because I'm no longer being deceived. But it's going to be a while until I feel safe again and I trust my instinct as much as I did before the affair. Man, that was like ripping a band-aid off, short and to the point. Fail NNNNN 1 millisecond says, "Are you considering reconciliation? It sounds like a really bad idea seeing as how she's unremorseful. If you're divorcing her, then read the comment below and get your ducks in a row. If not, then I'll send you my reconciliation guidelines, but it's not at all recommended in this case. She's probably so deep in the affair fog that she needs a serving of D papers to shake her out of it, and you might not want to stay anyway. Check your inbox. I've sent a recovery list as well." The OP said, "I already filed for divorce a week after finding out. It will be finalized towards the end of April. Thank you for your help with the guidelines." Fail NNN 1 millisecond comes back again with, "No biggie, brother. Let me know if I can help you out with anything. I've got write-ups on write-ups." OP responds again, "Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Most of the stuff I know already. I am a therapist. Now it's a matter of implementing it myself. I've been pretty good with self-care and my support system has been amazing. If there is a silver lining to all this, it is that with the outpouring of support from friends and family, I have never felt more loved. From the second I learned about the affair, I made a point to just accept it and not feel unnecessary embarrassment about it. It was a conscious choice that she made to engage in. It was her decision to not talk about frustrations or concerns that she had in our relationship, and chose to seek comfort outside of our marriage. I don't know how many times I had approached her making bids to connect, only to be disregarded." Before we get to the update, Decorum1 wanted to add in, "Well, that explains a lot. When I read your post above, I thought, this is one of the most self-aware betrayed partners I have ever seen on here. So you have the categories, terms, and understanding to identify and express the issues involved. It sounds like you are making the healthy choices. It takes a lot of moxie to do that when you have been gutted by infidelity. I am sorry for what you're going through. You're a real human. She has a limbic system and a body. It's disturbing and disappointing to see someone you cared about become that. Your statement that you are playing by the same rules you agreed to on your wedding day is one of those, 'Wow, that is so true' statements. Thanks for sharing it. I hope you get through this, find your peace and balance again, and live to experience better things." Alright, now the update. Since my first post, I experienced another significant loss. My dad died. My mom and dad divorced when I was very young. He was in and out of my life a few times, but was never consistent. He had a number of relationships in his life, but he was never able to form deep and meaningful connections on a long-term basis with others. In short, he treated people as disposable when things began to get tough. He left my mom when I was born. As I reflected on my dad's life and death, I began to see striking similarities between my wife and my dad. A few years ago, I fell off the roof and shattered my ankle. My wife had to take care of me for a few months while I was incapacitated. It was during that time that I believe our relationship began to change. Narcissists enjoy the appearance of perfection, superiority, and had great difficulty forming deep and meaningful relationships. They are incredibly skilled at being able to influence and deceive people, and are able to form surface-level relationships very well. I believe I recognize similar qualities in my wife on some level, and that is what drew me to her in the first place. It was an opportunity to connect a fractured relationship I always wanted, but would never have. Recognizing this gave me some clarity. After I found out about the affair, I was so angry and hateful towards my wife for what she did. Beginning to see and understand the similarities of how each of them formed attachments helped me to realize how angry I still was at my dad, and how some of the anger I was experiencing towards my wife was being displaced. Don't get me wrong, I am still angry towards my wife about the decision she made to treat our relationship as disposable, but some of that anger was not about her. Recognizing this also helped me begin to separate the complex feelings I have towards my wife. I felt guilty that I still loved her after she hurt me so deeply. In moments when I would think about how much I missed her, I realized I was thinking about times earlier in our relationship when we connected in ways that were deep and meaningful. Reflecting on the healthy ways my wife and I connected earlier in our relationship helped me to realize that person I married has been gone for some time. Part of me will always love my wife, and it is that part that holds the memories of how well we connected. Separating that part from the affair has helped me heal and begin to restore confidence, knowing that I do have the ability to form deep and meaningful relationships. It will still be a very long time before I am able to trust in an intimate relationship again. However, when I find myself on that path again, I believe I will have better insight to enter into a healthy relationship and find someone who will treat me the way I should be treated. Very insightful, almost like he's a therapist. Oh wait, he is. Let's see what the comments say. Skyscan1 says, I think you would see a much different reaction from your wife if you told the wife of her affair partner about the affair. Right now, the affair probably continues. Your wife still gets affirmation and attention from her affair partner. If his wife knew about the affair, it's highly likely that his wife would stop him from having access to your wife. Your wife would then feel the void of attention and affirmation. She would then begin to see the consequences. She might then begin to show signs of remorse because she would begin to have a drop in serotonin because she wasn't getting her attention and affirmation. I think then she would see her actions as wrong. I don't know the reasons for not telling the wife of her affair partner, but I think you should tell the wife. Yop says, I've not told his wife because we are in the middle of a divorce. I don't want to risk making my wife upset and vengeful. Financially, I have much more to lose and want to get out of it without incurring a bunch of her debt or losing financial stability that has taken a while to attain. I plan on telling her after it's been finalized. Quahog1945 says, AP's wife deserves and needs to know. Average Joe 78 thinks, tell AP's wife as soon as you finish your divorce. Keep all the evidence and then drop the bomb as soon as your ex can complicate things. I know it's not right to keep the affair partner wife in the dark, and she will be mad at you when you tell her. But if you were in her shoes, you'd like to know.